Greetings, good people. What's up? What's happening? My name is Dr. Clarence, and welcome back to TV7 Live, where we get to give you all the hottest and top trending topics. Broadcasting live and direct from Zimbabwe, Africa. Now, what is happening here? Title of the video: SADC Summit Flop Fears as the first program kicks off. Yes, the SADC Industrialization Week has begun today. And what happened there, or rather, what is happening? We're going to go there right about now. But in the meantime, before we proceed with this video, I'd like to ask you for one favor. Make sure you click the like button and subscribe to TV7 Live if you have not yet already done so that you never miss any of our videos, because we make videos each and every day. Today is 28 July 2024, and it's a Sunday. To those who worship every day, and to those who only worship one day a week, Maenda kukerekere. Big up to Alan Bambile watching us live right about now. To those who are watching us live, you can write your comments in the top chat or in the super chat. So the first question is, did the first program flop? Watching from Panjanja, kumwe kwekumusha kwangu uko. Big up to Sweet Boy TV. Isusu matate guredanga asina kujoina ZANU-PF. Saka anakuwa na mkana yekuwa na minda. But by sevenza. Big up to God knows Munyarazi. Now, what is this SADC Summit Industrialization Week? What is happening? And what is it about? Is it a flop? Who is supposed to enter? Now, first of all, the SADC Industrialization Week, this week, this is the 7th happening. Its purpose. What is its purpose? I'm going to try to put it in simpler language. The purpose is for those interested in industry to showcase their products, showcase what they can do, and also get integration or partnership, foster regional integration, promote innovation, attract investment. And obviously, when you have a new product, you are benchmarking, you're setting the standard, it's there to facilitate networking. So, who attends these things? Anybody interested in business. Now, with the politicization of this SADC entity, a lot of people shy away from useful events like the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair. I don't know what they call it, agricultural show. It's not agricultural show there. It's a trade fair where people will be seeking markets. That is what this Industrialization Week is supposed to be about. And we saw it kick off today. We saw the Industrialization Week kick off today. So one of the people who is speaking there is my favorite minister of the moment, Jeff Tanos, who is a very young man, born in the year 1981, very energetic. And not that, and I'm not saying that there is anything chakaipa nekuenda kuchimurenga. Maybe dandandiri kumazuwa ndakatinda kuchimurenga, but I would have become the president, definitely. Okay.
Through the Ministry of Industry and Commerce, in collaboration with SADC Secretariat, the SADC Business Council, and the Confederation of Zimbabwe Industry.
All right, I'm going to explain everything that's here. This is Jeff Tanos. What he's talking about is purely what the program is about. He is not politicking. He is not threatening people. That should be our focus of attention. Then we see this guy. I'm just going to play a little bit because this video, I got it from ZTN, which is run by Zim Papers. They're not my enemies, but the people who operate this may report my video. Some of these guys, instead of following after their role model, they try to beat the champion.
This has been happening, and the host country that is hosting the SADC summit, the SADC Business Council takes over.
So this guy is a politicking guy who has no context. Those are the guys we see grabbing the microphone. Enough respect. Watching from Zambia is a Sweet Boy TV. Doubt Sibanda, good evening there. Watching from Tembisa, South Africa is Doubt Sibanda. How is it over there in South Africa? How is the situation there, and how are Zimbabweans coping up there? Enough respect to Gilbert Nastro. Watching from Balito, KZN SA. Ndadibot KZN ichi ndungufunga Kazakhstan. KwaZulu Natal, is it? Enough respect to Isaac Roper. Enough respect watching from Blufffield, Harare. How is it over there in a Blufffield? Anyways, let's get today's SADC Industrialization Week. So I'm just going to be giving key takeaways from what it's all about. The event overview is what we're going to be beginning with the event overview. What is it about? The 7th SADC Industrialization Week being held in Harare. It is the largest private and public to private platform for industrialization in the SADC region. The event is officially opened by President Emerson Mnangagwa. Like him or not, he is the one who would open such an event, not Nelson Chamisa. He is the CEO of Zimbabwe, the executive. And anyways, from Zimbabwe, we are in the SADC region. So we have to know what is happening in the SADC. In fact, Chekutanga, the place which you will be living in, you need to be aware of the dynamics that happen there. And then Harare. I'm speaking in my particular case. It's Chungweza, Harare, Zimbabwe, SADC, Africa. And it goes on and on like that. Of course, we are Zimbabweans, as much as we are cosmopolitans, as much as we are global citizens. Now the theme of this year is promoting innovation to unlock opportunities for sustainable economic development and growth towards industrialization, SADC. Now, some of the words here are now traumatizing, like promoting innovation, sustainable economic development, because these words are usually heard being said by ZANU-PF people. So, to some people, they may be very traumatizing, but it just means what it means. Mnangagwa does not own sustainable development or things like that. He does not own any words. So what we're focusing on is the industrialization aspect. At what scale should you be interested in this? There is no small business. There can only be small minds. What exists is a young business. Jabulani Tsuma from Namibia, enough respect there. Crispin Chambwera, enough respect. Keep the fire burning. Thank you very much for that positive feedback. Ngobizita Mangoshi watching from SA Hillbro. How is it over there in Hillbro? Enjoying the show? Isaac Rope, enough respect to everybody who's watching us live. All right, the purpose. This program aims to provide local companies with opportunities to venture into regional, intermarket, benchmark products and engage with stakeholders from SADC countries and beyond. Now, the word companies should not throw away sole traders or sole proprietors, because we have companies, corporates, business corporations. We also have private business corporations, PBCs. We also have sole proprietorships, sole traders. We also have self-employed people. Self-employed people are not necessarily private business corporations. You can be self-employed or you can be running your own company yourself. There is a difference. So just educating ourselves in that is also helpful so that we can know how we can grow. So the word companies, we all start from somewhere. Company means car, co. It has people working together. Now, that is a company, but you can begin as a self-employed person, then become a sole proprietor, and then grow. Anyways, so your vision determines where you are going. Obviously, you have what they call a big vision. I just call it your vision, whatever it is. Some people may find it unattainable, but it is your vision. That is all that matters, that it is your vision. And you move with your vision. Investment conference. This is including an investment conference featuring investors and financial institutions. Take note on this investment conference, right? So people will be pitching their projects or ideas to potential funders. Any brilliant idea will always get funding. There are people who are there to fund people. The bank in general, not speaking of the corrupt Zimbabwean banks, basare bank ndere kupa vanhu mari. Bank rikaita mari rinenge richitsvaga vanhu vekupa mari, haritarise zvekuti vanhu vanokwanisa kuzodzosera mari dzedu in time here. When the bank gives you money, by just that, they have made money, not in the context of fractional reserve banking, where a bank giving you a loan is basically an act of printing money. It goes deeper than that. Enough respect to everybody who's watching us live. So, has this event been a flop? Yes, the attendance was low. Who was supposed to be attending? Those who are supposed to attend an industrialization week. Those who are supposed to be focusing on things like networking, getting investment opportunities, linking up with potential funders. Of course, we have criminals everywhere. We have criminals at Makandiwa Church who may be an usher or pretend to be an usher or an aide, who may tell you this, prophet said this and that. We have the same foolery even in ZANU-PF, where we have fools who victimize people by trying to confiscate their companies. And such people belong to Chikurubi, and they will definitely go to Chikurubi. And if you have been a victim of such a person, do contact me. I will help you with a very big smile. Enough respect to everybody who's watching us live. Write your comments in the top chat or in the super chat. Regional integration, where we are seeking partnership. Now, local companies that are involved in this program, right? Let me just skip that. I'll come back to list just the companies that are involved here. Benchmarking and showcasing. This is providing a platform for Zimbabwe to showcase its industrialization, progress, and benchmark against more advanced member state. Infrastructure preparations. The so-called infrastructure improvement, it is something that our government is doing in the wrong context. It is misguided in this. All the industrial development that we're seeing in our nation, it is useless. It doesn't serve the purpose it is supposed to serve. The reason why a government should embark on projects is not for infrastructure development. It is never. The reason why we build roads is not that cars can move in nice roads. The main purpose of industrialization in a nation is to create employment and stimulate economic activity, is to create employment. Any industrialization project that is being done by the Zimbabwe government that is not being run by Zimbabweans, it's a fraud. It's a fraud. It is a piece of nonsense. I'm deliberately using those so-called powerful words to show how serious this is. It is what it is. And even President Mnangagwa can only agree with me. I will not speak of arguing because I don't expect a person like a president to be able to argue. Okay? Maybe agents of the devil, those are the ones who plant seeds of despondency and argue, because basically when one works for the devil, they are a loser. Or at least they are not a winner. Then public to private cooperation. The event emphasizes the collaboration between the public and the private sector to drive innovation and industrialization strategies across the region. Now, the word public sector and private sector, those words, we have to change them. They are now not in sync with our culture and our understanding of the language. What does it mean, public sector and private sector? Let's just say everybody. Now, the past Industrialization Week outcomes. Previous SADC Industrialization Weeks have provided roadmap for accelerating industrialization through strategic investments and addressing non-tariff barriers and harmonizing policies. Addressing non-tariff barriers. That is another issue we have to focus in. Always in the short run and in the long run. Barriers. What barriers do we have that are stalling the development, the economic development of our people? Remember, national prosperity doesn't automatically translate to personal prosperity. You have to work it for yourself and for your children. For your children, number one, getting them a good education. Number two, getting them very good biblical base, a good church that focuses on developing people. That's where good ministries are like Good News come in. Yes, Good News that is run by Hubert Angel, who is said to be a gold mafia. What do they talk about, those guys at their church? What do they talk about at Magaya's church? They talk about progress. They don't talk about... All right, we're back again. When those guys will be talking about other people, the guys like Hubert Angel or Magaya, they will be addressing issues, or they'll be rebuking the devil. Of course, we all fall short of the glory of God, right? We are all sinners. But we are not sinners. We are saved through grace. So we shouldn't be advocates of Lucifer or the devil. So, ensuring economic independence for your children, a good education, good morals and ethics, equipping them, and nothing does that better than a good church like the Good News. So I'm giving it as an example. I don't know how the current Roman Catholic operates, but the Roman Catholic was very instrumental at a time where people were still poor people, poverty ridden, where people needed free therapy every week, every Sunday. They go there, they listen to that good music that hypnotizes you, and you get therapy. And that time when you get back home, moms namdara wanenge vachiwirirana and things like that. History. The SADC Industrialization Week began in 2016 and has been hosted in Eswatini, South Africa, Namibia, Tanzania, Malawi, Democratic Republic of Congo. All right. Now the companies that are happening here, that are participating. All right. In my background, there's fidgeting there. Somebody is manifesting because I'm making a live video. So those things, they do happen consciously or subconsciously. There are people who are used by the devil such that it becomes habitual. It becomes innate. They don't even need to think to be an imbecile. Anyways, I don't mix with imbeciles. I don't want them anywhere near me. the companies that are involved here. Why am I listing these companies? These are so-called big companies. Just these names may inspire somebody. Maybe somebody watching this video may get interest and take action. And then we may have a testimonial sometime. So this SADC Industrial Week, I expect there to be things like testimonials. We have Dinson Iron Steel Company, Disco, Zimplats, Kefalos Dairy Board, Den Dairy, National Foods, Champion Foods, Davipel, Oliven, Sidco, Ivins, Kaya. These companies, the way they run their systems also, we should be learning from them. What can we incorporate in our own trading? And obviously, even when we are still only consumers, we should also promote local corporates, local businesses, of course, that deliver. Neutitika yekuzika no mazimbabweans yekuti tinopa zvinhu zviri substandard. No, we are not in the business of pirating products like we see people trying to survive at Magaba there in Mbare making fake products. Those guys who make fake products, they have a talent. The same resources they are using to make products, they should just be making good products. And maybe when they need good branding, they should come to us and we do some graphics designing. You know, a good graphic design can sell. A good brand name can sell. That is why people buy Gucci. It's about the sound and the artwork you see on that word Gucci, Louis Vuitton. It's about the graphics designing there. That is what makes a brand, even before it has delivered. Of course, some brands have made their name, but look at the name, Dairy Board, how it sounds. Kefalos, Coca-Cola. It's a brand. It takes art. It takes inspiration from the Holy Spirit to come up with such catchy, motivating words. The words that move you. Kune rimwe word rekambani sore kuti uchingoona nyango usati wamboiona kambani iyoyo unotenga kuti kambani iyi ndakaiona kupi. It just sounds big just by the branding and the designing and things like that. So branding is actually very, very important in a company. I know some people want to give their products their own names, etc. But sometimes you don't necessarily need to do that unless you have a good sounding name by default. Like my name, there's nothing bad with changing your name or expanding it, like Passion the Java. Ivins. Imagine just the sound of Ivins. All right, I think I've listed all the companies there. I'm putting them in writing to focus on them. I'm listing. Not because I'm not saying a lot of things. I'm not speaking too much. This video is less than 30 minutes long. Big up to Jonah Ritsonia. Enough respect to everybody who was watching us live right about now. So, obviously, is there any SADC Summit flop fears or wishes? Whatever it is my business or none of my business. But our first business should be to focus on our business, what makes us well as a nation. And I pray that this video helps somebody informed, or at least help somebody seek information, knowledge, and education, and how they can expand their own selves so that we can expand our nation, Zimbabwe, so that we can expand Africa. With that, I sign out. And those jokers, you need Jesus.